Hey everyone, welcome back to Treble Extended, and today we are diving into an exciting 2025 budget release. And one of the reasons for that is this. Yes, it comes with a detachable mic. How exciting. It is the Celest Wyvern Black Remastered. So the previous Celest Wyvern series had been a solid hit. How good is this, you ask? Well, let's find out. And hey, this IEM is up for a giveaway, so subscribe and comment down your favorite gaming IEM and I will announce the winner on 15th of August. Now let's start the review with what you're actually getting in hand. So in the package you get IEM cable, a detachable mic and ear tips. Pretty interesting for a budget IEM. The Wyvern Black Remaster comes with a 3D printed resin shell, and honestly the build quality here is pretty impressive for the price. We are talking about a budget IEM at around $30. So except I would say some metal IEM like Chew 2, I would say this is a very solid build. Somewhat in the line of Kiwi Ears Cadenza, I would say. The faceplate is pretty wavy and looks beautiful. The cable is the best part of this IEM. While it's a 2-pin cable, decent build, it comes with a detachable mic. And that's a pretty neat addition in my opinion because it solves a problem for a full budget gamer demography. Now you have a cable with a detachable mic. In fact, you can use it with any other IEM of your choice and you have a mic while you're gaming. Ear tips are fine for the budget. However, if your budget allows, so do try Final E-type ear tips on this exceptional experience. I found these IEMs to be pretty comfortable. Sound isolation was good, there was no ear pressure at all, and because of their lightweight chassis, I could wear them for a very long time. I did not have any issue whatsoever in terms of comfort. These are the specifications of Celest Wyvern Black Remastered. It's a single dynamic driver IEM and you do not require anything special to drive it. I used this FIO JA11 and it worked fantastically. For tuning, it's a pretty common tuning in budget IEMs. It's more of a smoother treble version of I would say something like Kiwi Ears Cadenza or a slightly warmer version of something like 7Hz you can say. The bass on Celest Wyvern Black Remastered I would say is more controlled and refined in comparison to previous Celest Wyvern series, especially when we talk about Bliss and the previous Black. They were slightly more bassy, here we have more control and more refinement. It's a pretty good sub-bass extension and gives you very satisfying low-end rumble as well, and the mid-bass is never muddy as well. It is not going to satisfy any bass head needs, however it is more than enough for any genre. It has a nice texture as well. However, I would say the bass is tad bit slow and struggles in those really fast bass lines. And it doesn't provide you that punch as well. If you listen to something like Metallica, it lacks that authority, speed and punch. The mid-range is the strongest part of this IEM. In fact, this is my favorite in this IEM. It's a forward mid-range with a very good vocal and instrument separation. The vocal presentation is very good as well. Both male and female vocals sound good and they are positioned very well. There's no bass bleed in the mid as such. While mids were the strongest part of this IEM, I would say treble is the weakest link. Treble lacks a lot of air and sparkle and unable to provide that openness in the signature. However, at the same time, it's a very good IEM for those very long listening sessions or gaming sessions. So sometimes it feels as if it is planned. So I would not say it's a bad treble. However, it is not a very good treble for a very musical take. However, at the same time, if you're a gamer, I think this would suit you very well. It carries enough detail, it is never sibilant, never harsh, and it's a very relaxing approach on the treble. It lacks that brilliance, air and extension. However, at the same time, if you're gaming, it doesn't feel stingy or sharp in any scenario, and you can game for very long sessions. So you can decide as per that. If you're someone like me who likes a very airy and extended treble, well, this is not for you. However, at the same time, you're someone who likes that relaxed and smooth sound, well, definitely check this out. In terms of technical performance, I would say it's a very good performance for a $32 IEM. Do not expect anything outstanding out of this. However, there was one thing that actually stood out. That was imaging. It was a very precise imaging. When I was playing video games with it, I was able to find out exact direction of enemy footsteps. Sound state separation, imaging, everything is good for the price point and I had no complaint as such. So how does it compare to the market? I would say Celest Wyvern Black Remastered is a very competitive IEM, however falls short of some of its peers. For example, for lesser price you would get better neutrality and better technical performance in terms of 7-head 0. However, at the similar price I would say Kiwi Ears Cadenza would be a better choice. Though in comparison to previous Celest Wyvern, I would say it's more of a refinement. If I compare with something like Celest Wyvern Abyss, that was more of a warmer approach. So if you're someone who needs a warm IEM, I think that's a better approach. Though overall refinement and control, Wyvern Black Remastered would be a better choice. So in conclusion, I would say Celest Wyvern Black Remastered holds well in terms of build quality, accessories and its gaming centric approach. However, at the same time, sonically it falls short, especially in the treble range. I would give this a solid 3 stars and I would say if you're looking for a budget gaming IEM, definitely check this out. Just for the cable, it's worth it. Well, this was it for Wyvern Black Remastered. Do not forget to enter the giveaway and I'll see you in the next one.